We're here again, aren't we? We are in this situation once again where we're talking about if another manager could be sacked. Sack him now is all I saw yesterday from some really big people on the socials, some big Twitter accounts. He's out of his depth. This isn't Brentford. This is Tottenham. There's too much pressure. We had, statistically, our second worst attacking performance in our last 392 Premier League games. In the last 15 years, that is our second worst attacking performance. We didn't register a shot in the first half. The game plan from Thomas Frank was completely all wrong. And we have got PSG in the Champions League in 2 days' time. We then play Fulham on Saturday. We then play Newcastle United next Wednesday. I honestly believe if Thomas Frank does not get a positive result against Fulham, because let's be honest, we aren't going to beat PSG, are we? Let's just call it for what it is. We aren't going to beat them. If we don't beat Fulham, it's going to get toxic very, very quickly. And the question that I ask all Tottenham fans that want Thomas Frank sacked, the question that is open and it's out there, if you sack Thomas Frank right now, who do you bring in charge? What manager do you go to? We finished 17th last season. We were the Bonnie Blue, Lily Phillips of the Premier League, getting shagged every single day. We were getting annihilated on a weekly basis. But the Europa League papered over the cracks and gave us one of the best days in modern history as a Spurs fan. A day that when I was there live in the flesh, I will never forget. However, that team is still the team we've got now, but it's got better. We've got Xavi Simons. We've got Kolo Muani now. We've signed Mohamed Kudus, one of the best attacking signings we've signed in years. But why are we in a similar situation where only a handful of Premier League games have been played and we're talking about sacking another manager? I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. But we're going to break it down in this video. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Make sure you go down, hit that subscribe button as well. The road to 10K is well and truly on. We're closing in on 5K now, which is absolutely obscene. We're less than 300 away. So if you do enjoy the content, please go down and hit that subscribe button. Now, Tottenham currently sit in a position where we have only won one of our last 7 games in all competitions. And we haven't got an easy run of games coming by any stretch of the imagination. Yesterday was a complete disaster from start to finish. Losing 4-1 in any Premier League game is hard enough. Losing 4-1 to your arch rivals in a North London derby where you offered so little. We've won 8 of our 19 games we've played this season. 1 in the Super Cup, 4 in the Champions League, 12 in the league, 2 in the League Cup. 19 games, we have won 8, which is about a 47% win ratio. Now, I expect Tottenham this season to finish anywhere between 5th and 8th. I said earlier on the Football Terrace, we've checked with Terry and the guys, I would take finishing 7th. I'd take that. I'd be more than happy to get Conference League and progress into that and go and win that trophy. But right now, our recent form, last 5 games in the Premier League, we're down in 17th. We've won 1 of our last 5, drawn 1, lost 3, only scored 7, conceded 9. That is alarm bells. Our home form this season, we're down in 19th. We have only won 1 home game all season, which was against Burnley. Our next game in the Premier League is at home to Fulham, who I don't even feel confident that we will actually beat Fulham. Their away record isn't great either, by the way. They haven't won an away game. We've got PSG in the Champions League next, which I don't get why Xavi Simons was rested yesterday. I didn't get the game plan. Why are we playing a two-man midfield up against Zubimendi, Rice, and Eberechi Eze with Calafiori inverting? It makes no sense. You're going to get overrun left, right, and centre. Now, I don't think Thomas Frank should be sacked right now. However, these results have to improve. From an attacking perspective, it is literally catastrophic right now. Catastrophic. It really, really is. We're that bad. We are that bad from an attacking perspective. Yes, I know it's against Arsenal. Look at the attacking stats. 0.07 XG. You could say, Henry, do you know what? That's a one-off game. You're playing the best team in the league. Fair enough. Arsenal are, of course, a very, very good side. Let's look at the match stats against Chelsea. What was the XG that game? There you go. 0.10. 3 shots against Chelsea. They had 3.68 XG. You might be saying, Henry, but you're playing against the two best teams in the league, Henry. Okay. Let's look at the match stats against Wolves. Let's look at the match stats against bottom of the table Wolves. 3 shots on target against Wolves at home. 1 big chance created against Wolves, guys. The team that are basically already relegated. Let's look at the match stats against Bodo Glimt. What was the XG that game? Bearing in mind, we missed a penalty. Well, they missed a penalty. Fair enough. The XG was a lot better. But we were battered away by Bodo Glimt. 10 more shots than us. Look at the XG compared to ours. This is looking very, very bleak. And it's looking like I said this earlier. I don't necessarily know if Thomas Frank will make Christmas. These are our next games before Christmas. PSG, we are going to get pumped. Let's call it for what it is. If we lose against Fulham, we are in serious bother. Because then we play Newcastle United away from home, who we know have a very good record against us when they play us on their turf. Our next home game is against Brentford. Our next away game is Nottingham Forest, who just beat Liverpool 3-0 away, who have actually picked up some form since Sean Dyche has come in there, and then we play at home to Liverpool. I fear that if Thomas Frank does not win a lot of those games, the tie will turn. Yes, he may not necessarily deserve to get sacked, but as a paying fan that goes week in, week out, those fans don't deserve it. They don't deserve that. None of us deserve it. We're only a couple of points off of 4th or 5th, but we're also only a couple of points off of 12th or 13th. We're only 1 defeat away. If we don't get the right result against Fulham and Newcastle United beat us the following week, we could be down in 14th, 15th. It's really not looking good, guys. And is sacking another manager the right thing to do? I think you have to give him until January at least. Surely you give him the January transfer window. Yes, we've got players missing. Yes, we're missing Kulusevski, Maddison. We didn't really replace Heung-min Son from a goal perspective. We're missing Davis. We're missing Bissouma, Solanke. But we've also brought in Xavi Simons, who's barely done anything. We've brought in Paulinho, who's been a good signing. Kudus has been a good signing. Like a lot of our players just it's soul destroying. It really is. They're just not that good, are they? I don't think you sack Thomas Frank. I really don't. But at the same time, we are massively in a crossroads again. He's had 19 games, which is half a Premier League season, and we've won 8. Our record against the Big Six this season: lost to Chelsea, lost to Arsenal, bottled it in the 95th minute against Man United, and beat City. It is huge questions need to be asked because as it stands right now, I am concerned for Thomas Frank's future at this football club. I don't necessarily think he will make Christmas if he doesn't sort this out because we're not even creating clear-cut chances anymore, guys. We're not even creating clear-cut chances. So what do? Do we sack another manager? Rinse, cycle, repeat? Then who do we go and get? Let me know down below. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you soon. I'm out.